So day number 2, how is everyone's BABSCon going?
Whoa, it's amazing.
Who's not hungover?
Yeah.
Who is?
Yes.
The question is, who is?
I'm proud of myself. I did good this year.
It's so fun.
It's weird because, I tried not to do many of the room parties, but I said, screw it. Let's just do one and see what happens.
Well, you can go to a hangout without, drinking yourself sick.
Well, that's what I did last night, was that I just went over to one of the room parties for a slushie and then I walked out. So.
Yeah. My first BABCon, day 2 was ruined because I overindulged all day long. That was sucks. It was the season 5 premiere.
Oh.
I missed it. I was like in bed the whole time.
Damn.
What were you on?
I got what?
What were you drinking at the time?
Just whatever they had in the rooms and just overindulged, went nuts and just was stupid. Got up, got ready to go, and then just like, you guys go ahead and go. I don't want to go up in the hallway or on
Let's just
someone or
serve her
something.
down all the way to the bottom.
You guys go. I'll just
Yeah,
hang
that
out
was
with DC
Sire's
I
probably
only say that
your
because I'm
sinner.
the lead organizer for it.
Oh, shameless plug. I don't see my server right
This is what our lives are becoming, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm actually not as famous as you too.
Alright.
Listen here. I may be a community guest this weekend, but I'm still not horse famous. Let's be perfectly clear on that deal. All right. So it is officially now. It is now officially 11:15. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to BlepCon Webcam Hangout, the event where everything is made up and the topics don't really matter.
Just like whose line is it anyway? Except they use points,
Indeed.
not topics. I can know that you actually do use topics. I'm sorry.
Well, no, in fairness, you guys do bring up. I do have topics. I still have a notebook full of them, but you guys bring up the topics so often that I don't even need to use them like half the time. Basically, I'll just take the notebook, just like chuck it to the wall, and just be like, okay, there you go.
Yep.
So, in all fairness, that this is also a general panel to discuss BlepCon. And for those of you who don't know, BlepCon used to be the former BronyCon Discord server and got revitalized right before the COVID-19 pandemic.
Actually during
During the COVID-19 pandemic, thank you. And so, since then, it's been an ever-growing, all-ages, wholesome.
we try to be wholesome.
Try to be wholesome, like 98.9% of the time, if we're really going to go on that gear ratio. We started out with only 2 events in the very beginning, and as of today, we've grown to 7 incredible.
Actually, no, it is 7. I'm sorry.
7 incredible events. We have events every weekday except on Saturday. I still don't know why nobody's taken Saturday up, but that's just me. If I had the strength and energy to take up Saturday, I would, but I don't. But I'm not doing this panel alone with me. I also have another event co-host alongside me, and he's been doing this with me for now since we did this. I did this at Cider Fest to begin it, but now the 2 of us are just now going around being the representatives of the server. You want to introduce yourself, son?
Did you just call me son?
Yeah. No question.
Wow. My name is Redcard. I run the cartoon / animation night event in the BlepCon server every Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so I'll get into more detail specifically about the event a little bit later on as we go through the events.
Right. So as we go through our events, don't feel free to ask us any questions throughout the panel because we'll be more than happy to answer them. If you have nothing else, just please throw up a random topic and I'll try to answer your question as best I can here, just to burn time up here. So let's get right into this. So what do we have going on Sundays?
That actually startled me for a second.
Sorry. It's early morning, I just want to make sure everybody's awake. So,
All right.
okay, fine, I'll just do that. Okay, anywho, Sunday nights, we have movie nights, and those are being hosted by, for those of you who know Thoth Penswell from the Riff Ponies, he hosts our movie nights on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific time. And so what that is every week we vote on a straw poll on four random movies that get picked from the random generator. And
Random number generator.
Random number generator. And you're going to hear this guy talk about it more in his event because that happens too. But back to Thought's portion of what he does for a movie night. Essentially what he does is like taking you to a drive-in movie and making a complete experience of it. So he'll throw on some pony episodes that are related to, or in some ways, what the movie might be about. So, and then he throws on some random trailers for other movies or like behind the scenes
Bonus
material from the movie we're watching. And it's simple, you can go onto the movie night announcement poll and simply you just need to click on the link below the vote and it will take you straight to what movies are being voted on this week, and it will be randomized every single week.
Okay, there we go.
So currently on the movie night poll for tomorrow night, and I think voting has officially closed about 2 hours ago.
The straw poll deadlines go by Eastern time, so it is so it's currently. So it's currently 2:20 p.m. Eastern time right now, and the voting closed at noon Eastern time. So that was 9 a.m. Pacific time, and I actually don't know who the and it is.
I'm shocked. I didn't think that was gonna win. Okay.
I'm excuse me if I do ramble for a bit. I had this. I remember having this movie on VHS cassette when I was younger. Now I'm surprised I wasn't scarred by it as a kid. I mean, it is not your typical. It's
It is one of the darkest poo movies that you will face as a kid.
You know on a similar topic, who here has heard of the anime Madoka Magica? The way it's promoted is nothing at all like what actually happens in the series. I mean, the series is dark, and in a way, this is kind of similar. You would not really know that you wouldn't have any idea of what goes on in this movie. I mean, it just does a complete about face like within the first 15 minutes. So that's movie night. These movies are suggested through Google Forms actually, and this is it right here. You can
Suggest a certain film.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, as of today, there are 400 movies that have been suggested. So we have about a 3 to 4 years worth.
There's a big backlog of movies that Thoth has to go through, and how they appear to him is in a spreadsheet of results, and he uses the random number generator to select the 4 candidate films that appear on a straw poll such as this one. And usually the polls close about 24 hours, on noon Eastern time, the day before the screening is supposed to happen, and if there is ever a tie, which has
It
happened.
has happened in the past.
Thoth will put up a tiebreaker poll that will be open for 24 hours. So yeah.
Unless we go into another tiebreaker, which has happened in a tiebreaker poll
On
multiple occasions.
On one or two occasions. So, and he uses the randomizer to break the tie there of the tiebreaker poll. So, yeah.
So
That's the Sunday night event. I should say, Thoth was originally supposed to be here this weekend, but then work stuff, I guess, came up and he couldn't make it out here.
So, that's our Sunday event. So, our Monday events have not been updated just yet. It's been a while since these events have updated, so just kind of bear with us a little bit here.
So, let me actually go back to the event, because there's actually two events on Monday nights. There is a sports hangout, which happens at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. It's hosted by
Lucky Flitter.
Basically what happens is that some people in the server who are interested in sports, getting a voice call for voice chat actually for a couple of hours and just talk the sports discussion of the week basically. So that's the first Monday night event, and do you want to describe the second one?
Yeah, of course. So also on Monday night is music night, and that's hosted by Zan, good friend of ours, and that event is at 9 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Pacific.
6 p.m. Pacific. I'm so bad with times right now. But
3 hours.
Three hours. 3 hours. I gotta start remembering that. So what music night is that what he does is that he lets you put in any music that you would wish to listen to. Now you get 3 submissions, and what it does is it sets it on a 15-minute timer, or is it half an hour?
It's 40 minutes actually.
He had updated to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they actually have also created a bot for submitting song requests, and they call the bot Eccentric.
And that's no joke.
That is 100% not a joke. The Eccentric Catalog is the full name of the bot. And I just want to say the bot is very strict with the cooldown timer. I usually like to submit right on the time, but it takes a couple seconds for it to process the request, and it will ping you in the music night voice text saying so and so your request has been approved. And if there is, and sometimes Zan will make the decision to, at his discretion, to reject submissions, either because you've accidentally submitted that entry already, or it does not meet the standards or the PG-13 at maximum server standards because of content, language, or something like that. So so he will either skip that submission or will reject that submission. You can submit again immediately.
And so how you do it is you will go into the music night chat, and we'll scroll down to the bottom here. So you'll go into music night chat, and then what you'll do is that you will type in question
mark
SR, and then
a YouTube link or SoundCloud or Bandcamp, I believe.
Yeah, those 3.
Yeah, those are the 3 accepted sites that you can submit stuff from. And if and so yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, so that's our music night event. It's a lot of fun. It gets a good maximum of maybe 18 to 20 people a week in the voice chat.
Yeah.
And mostly it's muted so that people are listening. But yeah, but then we're going to go to this next event, and this is where things are going to get a bit challenging. And I wonder who's in charge of that one.
So you should talk about that.
Yes, so this is my specific event here. This is on Tuesday nights is Webcam Hangout. Woohoo! And this happens at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific time. Or actually, no, it's still not updated. It's actually at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern.
So it's 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
7 Pacific time.
This has not been updated since 2020.
Well, I've been telling GT he needs to get on the ball and just update this because this is making some of our presentations a bit harder.
Yeah.
But so going back to what Webcam Hangout is. So when I first joined the server, I noticed right away that there wasn't necessarily a Hangout type event. Like there's nothing else going on. It's just more like, we just sit and chat and chill for about a couple hours. And so I brought the idea up in September of 2020, and it was started as a test idea. And this guy, along with several other members of the server, we just came in and chatted for maybe good 2 hours, and somehow along the lines we discussed airports, because apparently that was a thing at the time, and we were discussing us going out of like Vancouver or Belgium or Denver or
Frankfurt, Germany.
Frankfurt, Mexico, Texas, Guatemala, Argentina,
and everywhere in between.
So it started out as a successful test run, and then as the event grew, it's grown into an event that is becoming very, very popular on Tuesday nights. And it is a optional like turning on your webcams. It's completely optional. That is your choice. It's not necessarily like there's like a topic I'll bring up, but occasionally I will. But the people that are in the server do most of the talking and do all the bringing up interesting conversations that last for an hour. We had one interesting discussion the other night, and it was regarding, you were not there, and it was discussion about marshmallows.
What?
Yes, we had a discussion about whether we like regular marshmallows compared to, s'mores. And I just remember sitting in there just going like, okay, cool. I'm just sitting here questioning my life here. I don't even know why I'm here right now.
Marshmallows for the past 2 hours, what the heck?
What is this?
But
Is this just fantasy?
But
All right.
other than that, this is an event everybody really looks forward to, and I look forward to regardless. So
One thing that we really look forward to is people talking over one another.
Yes.
Which is something that I just did, and
Yes,
I'm sorry.
that's-
And I am sorry that I did
Well,
that.
see, this is what I kind of go through with. See, for some of you who don't know, the first webcam official Hangout didn't have push to talk, and I regretted that moment for the rest of my life. And then that was the moment I told our server leader, GTX, I said,
This guy right here.
turn on push to talk immediately for the next webcam Hangout. He said, I didn't blame you. But there are certain nights, like if there's a con weekend, I will do a special pre-con edition of Webcam Hangout, where I essentially go over what's going on with this specific con, who's going to be there, what kind of panels are going to be happening, and so on and so forth. But overall, it's a fun time. Everybody has a wonderful experience, and I have to suffer the torture out of it. So that is Webcam Hangout on Tuesday nights. Please come. I always love having new people coming on by and chatting with our amazing crew. And with that, let's go to what happens on Hump Day.
Oh my god. So,
Who else is that one, Red Card?
I run this event. This is cartoon slash anime night. It is usually every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. What happens is that, like with movie night, I'm open to cartoon series or anime series suggestions through a Google Doc. This is an example of that. You can put the name of the series, the Wikipedia or IMDb link, and so on. Again, I put those through the random number generator, four of them, sorry. Through the random number generator, I put four of them, like movie night, in a straw poll. And like with movie night, usually at noontime Eastern, the day before screening, is when that poll closes. And if there's a tiebreaker, I do a 24-hour tiebreaker poll, and so on and so on and so on. Just like how Thought does it with movie night. Now, by the magic of using OBS, I'm actually able to put overlay graphics like you would see on like a watermark, like you'd see on like a television network, like for example ABC. Like I have like the current time, well, the current time that goes by Eastern time in Philadelphia, and the current temperature in Philadelphia as well. I also do the opening bumpers and now this is so and so on ABC, and I do the voiceovers for that as well. And I've gotten a lot of kudos for that. Yeah, it's something that it's sort of rewarding to do, and I just like to do it. Yeah. So and I also accept submissions for commercials as well, advertisements, just like you would see on television, and that is in this Google form. So yeah. Yeah, so that's basically Cartoon Night. It runs from 7 p.m. Eastern time, usually until midnight Eastern time. I usually let it run usually a little bit past midnight. If a episode begins before midnight, I just let that run, and then after that ends, the event is over. So yeah, that's Cartoon Night every Wednesday night. If you're not part of the server, I really encourage that you join it, and so we can see this great event. Also, be warned that there are going to be some commercials that are going to be stuck in your head. So they're basically meme material, like
the Old Spice commercial.
The Old Spice commercial. Fun times in Cleveland again.
What?
And let's not forget that I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
You're going to hear that one very frequently, so be warned.
So
here we go again with Thursday night. So Thursday nights used to be our tabletop gaming nights.
Again, this has not been this specific channel has not been updated. This events channel. Again, this used to be tabletop gaming night, but what is it now?
So Thursday night tabletop tabletop became.
That hasn't been updated either. So
it recently became the role-playing game Tales of Equestria, and so select members of our server participate in this role-play game, and essentially their OCs are a part of a story-building game like you would with roleplay. And right now, it's still currently being started up. I'm not sure, because I've not been really keeping track with this one at this point, but I still remember they're taking new members for this event, because I know they had an open house and was willing to welcome in new members for the event. So it was just kind of a concept that another of our colleagues hosts. His name is PBM. Princess Big Mac.
Big Mac. Not the it's not
Not the Princess Big Mac that's here this weekend.
This weekend. No, it's a completely different person. Yeah.
But yeah, Tales of Equestria on Thursday night is the new tabletop gaming night that recently got started up maybe about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So
as a temporary replacement, I think for unless tabletop gaming comes back.
I think at this point that it's going to be
this.
I think tabletop is officially gone at this point.
Yeah. So that's Thursday night. Yes.
No. Okay, go on.
On Friday nights.
This is our big one.
this is one of our big ones, I should say. This is one of the original events when virtual events got started in the server. This is our Jackbox gaming night. It used to be hosted by
Retro.
Hosted by GTX actually.
Yeah.
It used to be, but now a few months ago, our good friend Eli took over control of this event, and it usually begins like a half an hour early with some trivia, a
different genre.
A different genre of his choice, or unless he randomizes, has them in a spreadsheet and randomizes them, I don't know. But it usually begins with the trivia at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, and then after that, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern, is when the Jackbox games start, and usually with the more popular games that we play, for example, Quiplash, you are able to go down to it.
In the gaming night chat.
In the game night chat, you are able to do Q and then the game.
This is where it screws a lot of people up, and I've seen this before. So make sure when you do enter for a game, whatever is being played on the screen, just type $Q, backspace, and then the game.
No, space, not backspace.
Backspace, what? So, and then it gets accepted. So then you're in the queue for whatever round you're in, and then we just play Jackbox games for a good 4 to 5 hours, regarding whatever is at Eli's discretion.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, it does get wild at some points, because while we do keep things at a wholesome level, sometimes we do go like be touching the border.
Like the maximum we can do, as I said before, is PG-13. And yeah, that's one of our rules.
We don't really like to do like political stuff unless it's funny.
Unless it's topical and
it is the prompt.
And it's but it gets old if you go overboard on that. So yeah.
Plus, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
But there's also like, of course, you've all played Jackbox games, right? And
who here hasn't played Jackbox games?
Cool, man. Cool, fantastic. But basically everybody knows how to play the Jackbox games, but it depends on what barrier, what level you're on. You could either go the wholesome route, the PG route, or the PG-13 route. If it's funny, you did something right. If it's coming up as like a kind of answer, then you know.
Then you need to be doing something different with your mind.
Well, and you know, there's times that I will be playing Quiplash, and I'm like, even though I've like mastered this game pretty dominantly at this stage, but it's all about like trying to come up with something funny. Like, you know, would it be funny for the people voting, or would this be funny to you? Because there's two differences right there.
Or will people understand the joke or the reference that like a probably minuscule reference that only you will get.
Mm-hmm. And like everybody else on the server is like, what? Like, and
or it could just be like one of the many overused memes in the server. Yeah.
Gokin.
Gogan, if you ever watch this, we love you. Don't get wrong on that one, please.
So yeah.
But it's a fun time. Everybody has a good time, and like majority of all the events that are in the server, there's something for everybody in the server, and it's a My Little Pony based server where we accept everybody, and you know, nobody's being judged here, because that's what this server was about from its upbringing.
Yep.
And you know, at this time, go up to rules and info, because I can take a look better. No, go. So these are just basically the rules we have in the server, and they're pretty basic general ones, like everybody should know at this point. But obviously, do not bully each other. We don't condone shaming one another, because that's just not who we are. Hate speech. Do not come here and, you know, come spewing your insane beliefs or like trying to jam it down everybody's throat. Like, go do it in your server, not in a community server where people can see it and you're probably going to get bashed for it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, do not publicly post private content information. No, I do not, even though we kind of would like to know your social security information and your credit card information.
Your bank account number.
And your bank account. We highly don't encourage that.
Don't do that. Or your personal address, your email. You know.
Don't give out your address. I will likely not come to it, because then I will get lost, and then I don't even know where we're going after that. So,
I just want to quickly touch upon something that you actually skipped over. We do not approve of any not safe for work content in the server. Not at all. There are specific servers for that content. If you're part of that, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, like I know someone in the server who like may have a problem with that. GT. But I mean.
I hope we don't get fired after that.
I hope we don't.
We're so gonna get fired after that.
GT, please. I'm sorry. Please.
Sorry, GT.
No, but there are. We understand that there are servers for that kind of content, and if you're part of that, I mean, you know, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do and what not to do, except what not to do in this server. I'm not going to tell you not to be part of this server. Is that an Ellie?
It is an Ellie! Hi. Ellie! Welcome!
Hey!
Hi!
Hi!
How's it going?
Hi,
Brian! Oh my gosh!
Oh my God, we just, ladies and gentlemen, Ellie Ray and Brian Doe.
Okay, so.
This was unexpected. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so, quick story. Okay, so, these lovely two people were part of our server early on in the pandemic and came to play Jackbox games with us on Friday nights. So, So we also didn't have just these two wonderful people. We also had the wonderful Asian Manute, who was one of the reindeer from Best Gift Ever. Cole Howard, or he called himself Cole Trash Can Howard at one point.
There's
And
many nicknames.
Yeah.
Many names.
who played Tiramar. We also had Caitlin Bairstow, Blue Bobbin, Ian Stewart Hanlon of Sunburst come in and join us. And yeah, it's
Katrina Salisbury.
and Katrina Salisbury, Yona, she was a blast when we had her for game night. She was so wonderful. You guys were wonderful. You guys were wonderful too. We honestly miss you guys so much. Some of these
That's
are,
why we're here.
that's why. Okay.
Because we're gonna come back. It's just we're busy kids.
Yeah, we haven't been.
I love you. You guys should come. It's so much fun.
Yeah, so kind of a quick story how I got this started, because I actually kind of was the one responsible for getting these guys into the server voluntarily. So at TrotCon's first online event, I was talking with this lovely lady at one of the autograph sessions, the Zoom calls, and she talked about like, oh, we're gonna hang out in the server like right before closing ceremonies. And so I said, all right, that's cool. I guess we're gonna do that. So we did, and we hanged out for a little while, and then they had to go run off to closing ceremonies, which never ended. It never ended. So
How long was it? 3 days?
I came back at midnight.
I was the
And was
longest.
like, how are you all still here?
It kept going for into other days.
The days went on forever. It's like eternity. The love just keeps on going.
It's the opposite of Nightmare Moon. Like he always says, the night will last forever. No, the ceremony will last forever. It will last many days.
and honestly, I can tell you guys right now, the TrotCon is still not over. Closing ceremonies is still not over.
Legend has it. It's closing ceremony is still going on to this day.
You know what? I feel bad for Inky, Thoth, and everybody else at TrotCon, because please, for God's sake, please send them ramen, because they are literally begging for it at this point. And just please donate to the National TrotCon Fund. Because
Really well.
Anyway, come to TrotCon.
because apparently that's like all over the hotel key cards and wherever I'm.
Did you get one?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's right on the back of the car.
yeah, it's
Look, it onto the Oh, they're so naughty. They're
like
so naughty.
this is the okay. They kept BABSCon 2020 on here, okay, but they put Anyway Come to TrotCon on the other side.
Oh my God, they did. Oh my God.
Are you just noticing that?
I'm just noticing that.
Are you just?
I'm sorry. I have CRS.
God.
I mean, TrotCon, you gotta go to TrotCon. I'm gonna have my pink car zooming up and down the hallways of the hotel.
And folks, it's a carnival theme this year,
Oh no.
and someone may or not be blasted out of a cannon.
Oh, and I'm getting pies in the face.
That's true because
For
they
charity.
because they got enough money to raise for the community guest pie eating contest. So
And I said, I'll take it in the face.
well.
So I said, I want, just go and you can make money for charity, buy a couple of pies, throw them in my face. I mean, come on. why not?
Wow.
Right? We're also doing, I call it dunk a hunk tank, not that I'm a hunk, but dunking, where you get to throw balls at the thing and you're in a big thing and you can fall into the water if you
It
hit
does
the...
make sense.
That's, exactly! There you go. I'm gonna talk to them, like, yeah, but not everybody wants to do it. I'm like, I'll do it. They're like, there's something wrong here.
Ellie will do anything at will, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I will.
And it's incredibly true. I'm sorry, I was not expecting this at all right now.
Can I just say that this may actually be the highlight of my weekend. You actually coming onto this panel. Neither of us were expecting this. I just saw you passing by like out of the window. It's like, is that Ellie? Is that Brian?
Brian said, we're going, we were having breakfast and spoke to Brian's handler and we went, let's go. We only got a few minutes because we were gonna go crash your panel. So that's why we just said we're coming by because we were original sort of onliners to come.
Yeah,
play
you
with
guys
so we
were-
said, let's go play.
You guys, let me tell you something. You guys came up with some funny answers during your time, during the Jackbox.
Oh, I was terrible. God
I-
love it.
Fine.
I lost every single game ever.
So you guys don't want to know where the guacamole came from? That got started.
By the way, just so you know.
That's avocado.
Just so you know.
That one avocado
Who
sauce.
went from touch the meat and cake, my cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had guacamole and I had a cake. That's fine.
And then you had cucumber, which you misspelled incorrectly.
Oh no.
But that's who I am.
Oh,
and you love
God.
me for that in my ADHD. I can spell cucumbers. L-O-V-E. Yeah. Right? I
Oh
love your
my.
shirt. I love this shirt.
It's a really
My
good shirt.
favorite.
I like the pants too.
Oh,
I love the everything.
this
They're like Thought has those pants.
Why do you think he has the nickname, the Starlight Guy?
Yeah, but seriously, right?
Or Thoth
I think
4.0.
Thought has these.
No, I'm serious. That's what he's been called from time to time. Thoth 4.0.
Yeah, there's 4 different thoughts. So, Brian, I just need to tell you this right now, that your server profile is still his OC in the server right now. So, because, okay, so early on it was the running joke that Thought's name is actually Brian. So, when we got Brian Doe into the server, we kind of just had a running joke of them having the same OC, but one is turned one way and the other one is turned the other way. So you couldn't really tell who was Thoth or who was Brian at the time. So, and I thought it was just hysterical.
It was just inverted. It was just the opposite way.
Smarty pants.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was Smarty
Who was
pants.
the 2 Bryans?
I
Yeah.
like 2 Brians.
Yeah, 2 Bryans.
I mean, 2 Brians are better than 1.
Do we have any Brians in the room?
I'm Brian.
Oh, that's so smart. What about everybody else? Are you all on the server? Are you all playing it? Are you all doing it?
I pop in every once in a while.
Pop in,
Taylor-
pop in,
Taylor-
you never know who's gonna be there,
It's crazy because I got a bunch of messages last night
right?
from people on the BlepCon. We
Yeah.
miss you. It's like, yeah.
It's
I
Friday
miss you too.
night, where are you?
Well, our Friday events are still hopping and they're still going to this very day. All our events are.
I always need assistance getting in.
Yeah, we always have to call upon Inky Notebook from Traveling Pony Museum to come in here and do technical work with Ellie.
I need help.
We're trying to figure out ways to get Ellie Windows or a Dell laptop so that, because Chromebook is just so difficult to work with. I have trouble working with Chromebook.
I have a Dell right here.
Did the voice of Dell for like 8 years. I did all of their, they should have given me one.
I'm really shocked that never happens.
In cars, all the cars I've done, I thought, just give me a car. Like, why can't you give me a car? I'll take a Lexus.
Red, help me out here.
With what? I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
What
I
we
mean,
say-
what do you want me to say?
How about the Dolphins?
Can you do it all?
Obviously, she's the only one who knows where that's from.
Okay. If you're referring to the football team, the Dolphins, I'm an E.
Oh my
I was really tired raccoon.
That's kind of how I feel a little like a tired raccoon.
I mean, in fairness, are we all tired raccoons at this point? I mean, listen,
And it hasn't even, today is Saturday.
it's only Saturday, folks.
And anybody, I'm trying to get the Gen 5 movie for after closing ceremonies Yes, so just keep your ears and open, because I need to get a room, and I'm trying to get them to give us the green room for the guests. But I do it at conventions. I kind of find something.
You did it at
who's got-
HarmonyCon.
Yeah, who's got the Gen 5 movie, and you know, you're also technically astute. You use those cables from Dell computers or whatever. And we watch, I'm gonna go get big popcorn and candy so we can all watch the Gen 5 movie. So stay focused, keep your pony hooves to the ground, and we'll figure out how and where and when that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and you know, listen, you never know what's gonna happen at a pony convention if you have this lovely lady here, because she's an absolute pleasure to be around, let me tell you.
I paid him to say that.
Yeah. Listen, the guy's gotta make a side business, all right? Gotta bring the dollar.
There you go.
It's got dollar, making all the dollar.
It's happening.
Oh.
I did it, I said I wouldn't do it.
What if we all did double dabs?
Oh.
Dabs, not just one dab, but a double dab.
Don't make, no, I will all perish through seats.
No, we have to do the mayonnaise.
Bing bong.
Dance, but the dance that goes with it, nobody ever does it, and there is a pony here, and he's one of the sponsors. He's a sponsor at every convention, and he does the crazy dance and throws himself against the walls and does like, I'm like, and so every time I see him, I'll go, magic, and he goes, and he does this like slow-mo, where his eyes pop out and he hits the ground, and it's the most outrageous thing you have ever seen. Like he actually hurts himself. Bing bong bong, you know, like it's the best thing ever.
If he ends up in urgent care, it's your fault, because you keep making him do
I
it.
know, and he's somebody who pays extra to be beaten up by me.
It's true.
I think he might have a problem, maybe, or something.
If you
Don't
might wanna ask
know.
him.
Listen, it's all for charity, all right?
Okay.
Don't we all?
It's all for
He's
charity.
got a point, we all kind of are.
We've all got our issues, right? That's why we love living
We wouldn't
here.
be here if we didn't have
We're
Ryan.
all so fabulously unique and wonderful with all of our little bumps and bruises and bing bongs and.
Where's the big bongs?
Oh my God. Like,
Bruce
I-
and Bing Bong.
Yep, better.
Bing
Bing
bong.
Bong.
Here we go. That's when I put my back out and I fall backwards off the stage.
No,
Please don't.
I'm not gonna be responsible for anybody in
We
arguments.
don't want to be responsible for anything that happens to you.
Guys who hurt us. Anything else happens, please sign this waiver.
Right.
We don't trust you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
The hydrancy is not.
You're not responsible.
But, what's happened here?
Oh, that's good.
Are you okay,
Cruz gave me all my
Taylor?
flowers. That's a Miss May, wherever she goes, flowers are behind it. And then Cruz gave me all these beautiful rings. There's more with little flowers.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Right, pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
Okay, on a serious question, does anybody have any questions for us that's regarding our server?
Yes.
Can
Yes,
everybody get the real pinky pie roll?
we will discuss that with GTX, because that's well above our pay, that's above our payroll.
We're not authorized to talk about that unless GT is present, which he is not.
He's somewhere in the void right
He's-
now.
Does anyone
He's
have?
in the void.
He's in the Ponytown void right now, so,
I've been there.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
comments, concerns,
What's the
complaints?
meaning of life?
Yeah, there's.
No.
No.
What?
42.
Someone explain that to me. I
think he
Yes.
was 69.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Nice.
Explain.
Oh, and he's leaving.
We are through. We're not friends.
Joe, come
Joe,
back.
get back over
Sit
here.
Give me one reason why I should.
Ponies.
Fair enough.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
Are you sure you're gonna ask that?
I think
I'm legally obligated to. Not really, but I'm morally obligated to.
But are you?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so how much do Brian and I love every pony here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, how much do we love it? We love you so much that we have to go.
Aww.
Well, it's only because we have a sponsors meet and greet, but the question is, how much do we love you infinitely? 42.
Yes. 42.
42.
42 times infinity.
You guys are awesome. Stick around. We want to spend time with you. If you see us in the lounge, please come and sit with us. We don't want to be alone. Well, I can only speak for myself. I want you to come and sit with me. I'm sorry, Brian, I just said that. So come by.
Don't be afraid to come say hi.
Come and sit with us, because we're just hanging out with you guys. We love to meet all the ponies. That's why we're here. It's because of you. And you make this fandom and our work so glorious. So thanks, gang. And I'll see you on the server, as will Brian, and continue on with the good works that you do in keeping us all connected. Love you guys.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Dell and Ellie Ray Hennessy.
Hey, awesome!
Good to see you all.
Hey,
Bing bong.
See you.
take care, friend.
What in the world has happened to this panel?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. That's right.
Folks, that was not planned, by the way. That was not planned.
I can vouch for that. That was 100% completely.
Wow.
I mean, it was basically winging it.
Wow.
I mean, we 100%
I hear somebody have this on
guaranteed did
camera.
not plan that. And yes, I'm glad I had it on camera too. I've lost my train of thought. I'm still.
Anyway, come to BlepCon.
Yes, that's the only correct answer here.
I'm still trying to figure out what in the world just happened.
People showed up and made you look good. That's what happened. Yeah.
I'm at a loss for words.
That was the best moment
for
right
the
there
first.
for me.
For the first. No, we have 9 minutes. I can't. For the first time in my life, I am legitimately rendered speechless.
Yeah, you said you're rendered speechless. Does that mean you're transparent?
Oh.
Shut up.
Oh.
How did
I'm on it.
Okay, no, wait. How can I, wait, how does being speechless and being, are you saying visually transparent or, you know what, never mind.
We can take your emotion and put that anywhere now.
You know what? Never
That's
mind.
a topic for another day.
Real life is a
Never
green
mind.
screen, my friend.
But
I have no words. I have no words.
we just can't.
I mean, that just completely derailed what we were talking about.
You know
We
what?
were talking about the rules of the server, and then lo and behold, 2 guests of honor come in to what?
What? You know what, Rickard? This doesn't matter anymore.
It's just like any other BlepCon. Just something happens, derails everything.
Imagine what GTX is going to say when we tell him what just happened.
He's gonna say we're making this up.
Well, you have it on tape, so you.
Yeah, we now have video evidence.
I noticed that as I'm going like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
Also, I'm wondering. I'm actually on a bit of a personal note here. I'm in my Discord DMs. As Ellie and Brian were up here, GTX DM'd me on Discord, said made you look in all caps. And I don't know, I'm almost wondering if he had something to do with that.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, he's gonna get it from me.
I want that report.
I can't 100% confirm that, but it is a bit odd. It is a little bit strange that he said that to me in a DM.
Just as they were showing up.
Not just as they were showing up, while they were already up here. I mean,
He's gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
I smell a conspiracy.
Please, I've had enough conspiracy theories
let's
for
not
2
do
years.
that, please. I've had to deal with that, with stuff like that for the past 2 odd years, or no, I'm sorry, 6 odd years, and it still doesn't go away. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Back to business here.
You know,
Should we tell him how to join the darn server?
Yes.
yeah, because we only got 6 minutes left, we might as well do that.
Because that just...
No, we're not done yet.
So I'm perpetually just stuck.
You might as well be glued to your seat, literally. So,
I'm in serial number. I'm being held a prisoner of war.
okay. Okay, so, there are, actually, I might as well go to the Twitter page. Yes, BlepCon does have a Twitter page.
We do have a Twitter.
And this time, yes, Twitter is up. So, BlepCon does have a Twitter, and it does include both the links. It is discord.blepcon.com or discord.gg/blepcon. Either way, it will take you to the same place.
Mm-hmm.
If you click one, it will...
It'll take you to the invite.
It will take you to the invite link. If this will load... I hate you.
Just take our word for it. It will
Personal
come up.
hotspot. I hate you. Lack of cell service. I hate you. Hotel internet.
It was fine. It literally was fine for me on Friday.
It was fine when we got here. It was fine when we got here, and
And
then
now it's now junk.
it just went. It just took a dump last night.
Maybe it's the weather moving through here.
I don't know if that has anything to do with. Okay, here it comes slowly but surely. I wonder if. Come on. Up the. Okay, it's invite.
Invalid.
Oh, but is it in the server?
Can we talk about how it
No, it should. That shouldn't even come up.
Maybe it was taking so long that...
No, like, play the game. And it's dead.
How do you play this game? This is
Play the game.
Okay.
What game? Space bar.
Folks, don't worry. This happens in BlepCon, so bear with us here.
There's a problem with the connection.
4 minutes.
Something is.
No, there is a little game that's bag and some bars.
But anyway, just go back to the BlepCon Twitter page.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. Now on the hotel Wi-Fi, it works for some odd reason.
That's our server for you.
Yep. So either one of these links will take you to. I hate hotel Wi-Fi. I hate. We had to deal with this at HarmonyCon because if you're in the main events hall, both the hotel Wi-Fi and cell service would take a dump on you, and so you either had to be in the lobby or in your hotel room to have good internet. Otherwise, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. If I'm in my room, I'm fine. As soon as I walk in here, nothing.
I don't understand why. I know that Hyatt has a Hyatt meetings network. I don't understand why we can't just have a free code for that. You need an access code for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why either. Anyway.
But also, besides our BlepCon, if you want to follow both of us on Twitter, so you can pull up yours first.
This is me at redcard94. I'm pretty active on it. You can also find Taylor at Taylor B. McCardle on Twitter.
I'm very active on Twitter, so
on Twitter, yeah. So
I post updates all the time, and it's mostly questioning my life's existence. But yeah, so there is. So Redcard at Redcard94, Taylor B. McCardle on Twitter. So if you want to follow that, please feel free to. I'm not forcing you. I'm not guilt tripping you here. So
join, follow, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Do it. Do it now.
You will join.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. These are the Twitter accounts you will follow. This is the Discord server you will join. This is the YouTube channel you will subscribe to. Move along.
YouTube channel is also BlepCon.
What?
What is the name of the YouTube channel?
Oh, I'm sorry. My YouTube channel. I'm sorry. It'll be easier to find me if you search Redcard and then filter channels. Usually, I'll be the first couple.
Okay.
Within the first couple.
And is that where this is? This
Yes.
is gonna be
Yes.
posted?
I'm doing a convention vlog this weekend. The cameras, this one, and that one, is going to be part of that. So if I get the opportunity to edit these, which I will, hopefully it won't take too long to edit.
Because we have another con coming up, with that being Winnie City.
Within the next month and a half. No, less than that actually, because it's early. It's the first weekend of June.
Right. So it's only pull this up here.
Six or 7 weeks away.
So it's only 47 days away.
Wow. So that's yeah.
But no. Since we are now officially out of time here, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate every single one of you for coming. I was not expecting Ellie Ray and Brian Joe to be coming in and crashing our panel, but if you both ever get to listen to this, thank you both so much for coming. And to everybody here that came out this morning, thank you all for coming to BlepCon.
Anyway,
come to BlepCon Webcam. Anyway, come to BlepCon. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good rest of your BlepCon.
You all been a wonderful audience. Thank you for coming, guys.